Quebec is also considering making vaccinations mandatory for health workers, while the federal government is thinking about going even wider by mandating vaccines for all government workers, even thousands of workers in certain private industries. Rafi Boudjikanian looks at who could be affected and how they're reacting.
It is time for people to get vaccinated.
For federal employees, even employees of federally regulated industries, that could become an order.
I have asked the clerk of the Privy Council, who is responsible for the federal public service, to look at mandatory vaccinations.
In total, such a policy would cover hundreds of thousands of workers, from tax collectors to soldiers and police, to those who work in banks, airlines, railways, and communications.
People are dying and will die who don't have to die.
This comes a week after the U.S. imposed a similar measure of its own on its civil service, while private companies from Facebook to Disney and Walmart have already mandated vaccines.
The idea is obviously to get as many people as vaccinated and for the respective federal governments to put their money where their mouths are.
But public health officials here warn federal departments and the Treasury Board have much to consider.
I think everything is being reviewed and examined right now.
Employment experts warn there could be confusion, even pushback.
Then that is going to create what I would say is a patchwork system, because you have the provinces who are not indicating, in some cases explicitly indicating, that they're not going to be doing this. And you have the federal government saying that they are intending to do this.
There are many people involved in discussions on all this. One public sector union, the Christian Labour Union of Canada, that represents transportation workers, says it's opposed to mandatory vaccinations due to workers' moral objections. The Public Service Alliance of Canada says it is watching closely and expects government to consult them. Meanwhile, employers such as banks, Air Canada, WestJet, and Via Rail say they've been strongly encouraging their staff to get vaccinated. Rafi Boudjikanian, CBC News, Ottawa.